Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's a wonderful plan. I'm Tina and thanks for joining me today. If you are a subscriber to my channel, thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you are new to my channel, then welcome and please consider subscribing. So in this video, I am going to show you guys what I'm going to do to keep all of my extra filler classic size happy planner paper together. I have a lot of paper. I don't know how much paper you guys have, but this is all of my filler paper and it is quite the stack. So I've got lots and lots and lots of filler paper in here. I do use it. I know it may look like I don't use it, but I do use it. And I need to store it somewhere because I can't just have it like out like this. So what I have decided to do is I'm going to set these to the side. I'm going to use these beautiful metal discs that I picked up. They're the expander discs, so they are larger and those will work perfectly for this stack. At least I'm hoping it will. Believe it will. Most of it's going to go ahead and store on this, okay? So I'm going to be using these beautiful metal discs for that, and I'm going to create my own cover. So I already picked out the paper that I want to use, and I thought this was really pretty. I thought it would look nice with the rainbow discs. Something a little different, add some floral. So I've got 2 sheets of that. And then I also have this paper here because of course I need to create an inside cover. So I will be doing that on the outside. That's going to be on the inside. And some of the other things that I have here include an old cover from an old happy planner. So the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to need to measure out this cover here because this is my blueprint. And I believe it's like 7.5 by like 9, but let's just take a look. And what I'm measuring, guys, is the paper part of it, okay? The laminated part of it, of course, is going to be extended, but I'm just measuring out the paper part. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and measure this out. Now, it's really important when you are making anything that you figure out which way you want your pattern to go. So, first thing I'm going to do is my covers, and I want to make sure that the flowers are facing upward. So anything that has a pattern, you just want to be sure to pick out. And then the other thing you want to do is you want to pick out the area that you want to show. So whatever you do, make sure you figure out what part of the paper you want to keep, how you want the finished product to look. So it's really important to do that. And then of course these are, if they're turned, then you're gonna have different looks. So I just want to make sure, yep, I have it exactly the way that I want it. And then I think I'm just gonna mark on the top page here actually. The one thing with this is you really want to make sure that everything is, straight. And that's why I love my paper cutter, because I'll make sure that I have everything straight. I think these roses are throwing me off a little, so I'm going to turn my paper over so I can see. Now I have made covers before. I've made the cover to my social media planner, and I have made covers for my sticker books. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, so now my back side, I need to make sure that I cut the same way, the same pattern, so that way I am not missing anything. Now, how do I want my inside cover to be? I think I like it up and down. It could be this way, but I think I like it like this. Okay, so now I have the pieces that I need, and those are perfectly cut. So these will be the inside, and that's going to be the outside cover. Okay, so now these match perfectly. Now the next step that I'm going to do is I'm going to tape these together because I'm going to put them through a laminator, but it's so much easier if they're taped together. That way things won't move around when you're running it through the laminator. Okay, so I have this Tombow double-sided adhesive tape, and I'm just going to go ahead and use that. Go, and they're both up. Great. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our scissors and we're just gonna add some corners. I don't know, it just kind of looks nice to add the corner on there. I know that there's like little corner punches that you can get, and it's like a lot quicker, but you can see it doesn't take much. It really depends how often you make covers if you want to invest in one of those. So I'm sure they look really nice, but for now I just use my scissors because I don't have one of those. We are almost done. So the next thing I need to do is laminate these. And I'm going to use 5mm laminating sheets. I do have 3, but the 5mm is definitely a thicker, and it'll work really well with this. So I'm going to go ahead and laminate these guys, and I will be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and I laminated, and it turned out really nice. I actually ran it through my laminating machine twice because I thought that was a good idea. I don't know if it's necessary to do that, but sometimes I'll run it through twice. So I just decided to do it that way this time. So now I'm going to take my slicer here and I'm going to trim it down. Now, of course, you can't trim it all the way down. You have to allow to have that extra because, of course, if you trim it all the way down, then it's going to separate. So you can see even on the actual Happy Planner cover itself, you know, it does extend. You just want to be really careful. It's not very big, that area. You know, it's a really small little area that you want to trim it down to. You just want to be careful, obviously, because you don't want to trim it too close. It's better to trim it a little bit wider, and then you can always trim it down a little, you know, a little bit from there. I just like to kind of play it on the safe side. Give it just a little bit extra. So let's see how it turned out, and they are even. All right, great. Now the next thing I want to do is I just want to trim out these corners, because see, look at how like pointy those are, and ouch, that would really hurt. Okay, so here are the covers. Now the next thing I have to do is punch the holes in them. So I went ahead and I invested in a different hole punch. It's by ARC. It's the ARC system. However, it is a little shallower. So this is the first time I'm actually going to use this hole punch, and I hope that I am going to be okay and happy with it. So let me go ahead and do that, and I will be right back. Okay, so I am back. I put my hole punches in. I decided to use that new hole punch, and like I said, it is a little bit on the shallow side in comparison to the regular Happy Planner hole punch. And see, it's just a little bit short, but I'm sure it's going to be fine. You know, once I put the cover on and with all the paper. So the only reason why I decided to use the ARC hole punch rather than the Happy Planner hole punch is simply, it was like punching through this was like punching through butter. It was so nice and smooth and easy to do. And the Happy Planner hole punch, unfortunately, it works great. I love it. However, when you're punching through something this thick, it's just so hard to get through. It doesn't handle really thick pieces like this very well. So I think it's going to be fine. And I'm going to go ahead and start putting my rings in here. And I know that the rings fit fine. And, oh, actually, I think I'm going to start from the top just because I can see better that way. So whenever you're putting new discs, not rings, I don't know why I said rings. When you're putting the discs on and switching out like your planner discs, you want to start with a cover. And I just realized that I don't need all of these because they're not all going to fit on here. So, what color do I want to omit? Let's look at the cover of it. Oh, I think I'll just omit the green one. So now comes the paper. Oh my gosh, so much paper. And I mean, you could really put this in however you want. And I'm just going to feed all of my paper in. Obviously, the more that you put in, the more stable everything becomes. All right, so it's pretty. Okay, all right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and load up all the paper and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I put all the paper in. I did not want to bore you by, filming that, of course, and I think I am super happy. I've got lots and lots of filler paper here, guys. And here it is. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I like the paper. I was happy to be able to make this cover. It's customized, and I'm using these beautiful metal discs, which I just love, these metal discs, and the expander discs, and this is like perfect. I even have like some room in here, so if I needed to add some more paper, I definitely could do that. So I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. I just wanted to give you guys an idea of how I like to keep my stuff organized and just, and protected, because, this is obviously protecting all of your filler papers, keeping it all in one place and keeping it protected. So I hope that this was useful for you. If you liked this video, please be sure to hit like. If you don't want to miss any of my other future content, please be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. Thank you guys so much for watching today, and have a wonderful day. See you next time. Bye.